Not only does Christ meet our needs, but he also is the Lord and Master of our lives. And the Lordship of Christ applies to every phase of our lives, including our work, our occupation as well. Recently, my wife Ann and I had the privilege of meeting with a wonderful couple who have applied the Lordship of Christ to their business, and they've seen it grow from a one-man operation to the world's largest company in that field. Today, I'd say they are several of President Bush's 1,000 points of light. Travel with us today to Adrian, Michigan, to meet Orville and Ruth Merilatt, who exemplify much of what is right and good in America today.
For more than a century, America led the world in productivity, innovation, and technology. But recently, there's been a decline in savings and investment, and a rise in management labor disputes. At root was the loss of the Christian work ethic.
The work ethic that built this country was spiritually rooted. Now you take God away, and what you've got left is a utilitarian view of work.
And yet, despite the decline of the Christian work ethic in America, some entrepreneurs, applying biblical principles, have managed to rise above the fray. They find ways to innovatively serve their customers and their employees. One such man is Orville Merilatt, founder of the world's foremost kitchen cabinet manufacturers.
Do a good job, and the world will be the pathway to your door.
Orville, who suffered a stroke 6 years ago and was forced to sell the company, patented the first self-closing hinge found in most kitchens today. Orville's son, Richard, now president of Merilatt Industries, showed Dr. and Mrs. Kennedy some of the Merilatt hinges and cabinets.
Well, this is the hinge that Orville really invented about 30 years ago, which closes the door when it gets to be about that close.
Very neat.
Now about 95% of the hinges in the U.S. market today have some sort of spring-loaded device. It has really taken the magnetic catch and the friction catch out of the business.
Honey, do you think the rubber band hinges in our kitchen are out of date by now?
Merilatt Industries has 11 plants and 2,800 employees. But despite its success today, Merilatt Industries had very humble origins. Orville took up woodworking as a young man, and during World War II, he worked as a carpenter for the Navy. His pay was $151 a month, and he kept only $1 for himself and sent the remaining $150 home to his wife to put away. After the war, his savings had added up to $8,200. With that money, Orville and Ruth started the Merilatt Woodworking Company in 1946. At the time, he was the only employee. Then she came on board in order to keep the books. And through the years, the company grew steadily as they applied the golden rule in their business.
I will take care of you, the customer. You, the customer, will take care of me.
But the customer was not the only person Orville was concerned about. He and Ruth also treated their employees very generously, implementing an incentive program called the Trust and Share Program, which rewards employees with a weekly bonus if they produce more product at specified standards. Since the time this plan went into effect in 1967, Merilatt Industries has paid out millions of dollars in bonuses. Consequently, absenteeism and turnover at Merilatt are virtually non-existent, and the profits have increased substantially. Yet another example of success that results from applying biblical principles, in this case, the golden rule at the workplace.
I think my father, through the Trust and Share program, has found that if you trust people, they will give you more than a day's work back.
Another important biblical principle Orville and Ruth Merilatt discovered early on was that of Malachi 3:10, wherein God promises to open the floodgates of heaven and pour out much blessing if we obey him with tithes and offerings.
The natural thing to do is to give your tithe, and then when you can, beyond that.
You're really not giving until you give more than 10%. The 10% belongs to the Lord, so it isn't yours. And our goal was to go beyond that, way beyond that.
There's nothing in this world worth holding on to compared to the blessings that the Lord can give you.
You cannot give the Lord.
Today, Orville and Ruth Marilat are retired, but their service for the Lord hasn't stopped. Through the years, they have been giving back to the community and giving freely to support God's work around the world. For instance, they generously built the Lenawee Christian School in Adrian, Michigan.
Oh, I like that splish splash.
The Marilats have also established the Christian Family Center, which houses the school and provides family-centered entertainment for the surrounding community. This sprawling 4-acre complex under one roof has a large meeting room often used for Christian teaching and concerts, banquet facilities, a complete gym and swimming pool, and it even has bowling alleys.
I have been coming to the Christian Family Center for about a year and a half, and through the facilities, namely the New Song concert, I became a Christian. And it's just been incredible.
The Christian Family Center is unique. Apparently, there's nothing like it anywhere. It's one big love gift from the Marilats to the people of Adrian, Michigan. As Dr. and Mrs. Kennedy visited with Orville and Ruth in the lobby of the complex, Dr. Kennedy asked how they had come up with the idea for the center in the first place.
I was a Sunday school teacher of the teenage group, and they had no place to go for entertainment. In other words, we go to a bowling alley, and there was smoking, drinking, cursing, and everything else. And we decided that sometime, if we ever was financially able to, we'd build something for the young people.
To come out here is just a break. It's just from work, from life. The language, there's no foul language. It's really rare out anymore. And the facilities clean. It's a great change.
Because of health problems, Orville and Ruth are no longer able to go to church. Yet they do worship every Sunday morning through the means of television. They join us each week for the Coral Ridge Hour.
That all men are created equal.
And we count it a privilege to have Coral Ridge Ministries publish Orville's book, His Guiding Hand, which shows how God led Orville and Ruth throughout their lives and how they successfully applied biblical principles to their business, which therefore grew and prospered.
You say that this is the story of a life blessed. What would you say is the secret of that blessing?
Well, look at the customer, and he'll take care of the customer in your field of expertise, and he'll take care of you.
Well, it seems to me that that's a pretty good biblical principle, isn't it? To treat others as you would have them to treat you. You're a great team. God bless you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.